Hey guys, it's Miranda here at Sunshine and Grace, where I make journals and ephemera for life sown in sunshine and grown in grace. Today we are doing something a little different. Back, I don't know, a good while back, I put together this journal, little altered file folder thing, and despised it. Okay, absolutely hated it. All that was done on it was the polka dot pattern that you see there. And it has this little envelope pocket thing that goes inside of it. Again, done with that polka dot thing. That is done with bubble wrap and ink, you guys. That's all. Lay out your bubble wrap, stamp it with all these colors, flatten it, lay something on it. Well, I never liked it. It didn't come out the way I wanted. I used a big giant paint chip in the back to make pockets. That's where this goes. And, you know, it just wasn't doing it for me. And so I set it aside. Well, this morning, I found it last night, just tucked away somewhere in my stuff. And this morning I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a play. So, here's where I'm at now. I took it from that weird thing to, I put some script stamp on there. And that kind of helped because it kind of broke up the polka dots a little bit. And then I thought, it needs something else. Let me sit down here. It's going to be a minute. So I started taking my inks, and you can see I have pink or orange and purple out, and I inked all the edges. I wasn't like, it wasn't like solid inking. The orange was, I did orange all over all the edges, but then I took purple and just kind of hit and missed corners and stuff, and you can see it's not solid, but that purple really toned down that orange a little. And then I took vintage photo and went over everything again. Now my corners, my edges, they're weird looking, okay? They're very dark, but all in all, I'm actually now liking the way it looks because it doesn't look so, I don't know, it just looks garish. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes you put something together and you think, this is not doing it for me. So I thought, well, I'm going to bring you guys in and let you watch me decorate this little puppy a little bit. Probably not all of it because I'll probably just get the cover done right now. But I thought, you know, this was something that I was actually debating, just like taking it apart, taking the pages out and throwing the cover away. And I thought, I'm not going to do that because I remember when I made this, I spent forever working on it just to get it to the point it was at, because like the pages, I mean, I was very meticulous in picking them and I loved them. And I had kind of thought it all kind of went together, but it just, you know, when I got it there, it just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Trying to make sure you guys are still in frame. My new setup does not allow for any flexibility whatsoever. So if I move, the whole camera moves. Basically, my arm is broke. I need a new one, but I'm not about to spend the money on it right now. So, yeah. So I'm going to make a focal point out of this image because I thought the colors actually really reflected the colors that I chose for this cover. But I wanted to bring some texture to it because, again, those dots have so much texture anyways. I thought I'd put it on a little scraplet of burlap. So I'm going to trim this down. I'm using my not so good scissors because I don't want to jack up my good ones. And these, I apologize in advance. These are like the worst scissors. I have used these scissors for everything. I'm pretty sure I have used them to cut like meat apart with when we, you know, buy big pieces of it. Okay, so that edge is cut off. Now I want to take my card and lay it on there and kind of see where I want to cut. So I'm going to kind of cut like right in there. And this is not going to be super neat or tidy. It is just, oh, that flew into my face, y'all. It's going to be a little rough. That's okay. That's what I want. Okay, so I'm going to glue that kind of like, I'm not going to glue that straight. I'm going to glue it that way and then glue that on. And I want to put some lace in there. You guys, I went to my little thrift shop the other day. Okay, we didn't even plan to. Morgan needed to run to town for something. And he was like, oh, well, we got to go anyways. And I was like, well, let's stop at the thrift store and see what they got. So we ran in there and I didn't figure they'd have much of anything because we'd just been in like the week before. Well, honey, we got in there and there was lace. And more lace and more lace. Ooh, this would look good, wouldn't it? Like worked in there somehow. Or is that too much? Oh, I think it might work. Let's put something below it. But there was lace and lace and lace and lace. And y'all know me and a good piece of lace. I ain't never seen a piece of lace I don't like. So I had an entire bag of lace by the time I walked out the door. And was so excited. And a couple t-shirts. Not really t-shirts. Like flannel-y shirts for me and my husband. And it turns out my husband couldn't wear the one I got him, so I got it too. Win-win in my book. I ended up with 2 shirts. So I was quite pleased. Okay, I think I'm going to cut a piece of that because that's weird and I'll probably never use it for anything else. Because I'm not real big on these big giant laces for small stuff, but I love to use them to back things. Okay, so we'll kind of put that in there like that. And what we're doing is just making a big old huge cluster out of this stuff, y'all. And I'm talking to beat the band while I do it. I'm going to lay that piece in there like that. And is it too weird that I'm really wanting to put a piece of that in there? Or is that going to be too much? That might be too much. I might just do a little tiny scraplet of it. Because I'm like kind of obsessed with this stuff. Maybe just a little piece peeking out one edge or something. This is one of those things that my son found it. And I'm just like, oh, son, you do not know what beauteousness you brought into my life. Maybe something like that. How's that look, you guys? What do you think? Does it look good? I'm going to stand up so I can see it in the camera to see how it looks. I don't think I like this. Better. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue that down with Fabri-Tac. Actually, it's Beacon 3-in-1 because I'm out of, well, this is what I use instead of Fabri-Tac. It's the same thing. It's all the same company. It's the same product. I have used all of them. The 3-in-1, the Fabri-Tac, and the Fabri-Fix. I can't tell a bit of difference in how any of them work. So to me, they are basically the same. Okay. We're going to start by spreading some glue here. Just to get that first big piece down. This is why I love Fabri-Fix or whatever, 3-in-1, whatever it is. It's because it just like grabs so quickly. And if I get too much in the wrong spot, it doesn't, first of all, doesn't smear the ink that's down on the page. And I can just wipe it right off. Let's put that piece back in there. Okay. Now let's see. Lay that kind of, I think that needs to be a little smaller. It's too big. Ooh, that's bad scissors, y'all. Maybe a little smaller even. I'm sorry, I have a video on in the background. Don't think you guys can hear it, but if you do hear like a weird talking, watching a Carrie Griffiths video, because I have developed a real like for his videos lately. He has a style that is very, I'm just putting some glue in the flower petals and any of the thick parts that I can get a little glue to stick in because this is thin. Yeah, I've really taken a liking to his videos lately, so I've been watching a bunch of them. I've been trying to find some new inspiration. I still listen to all my, like all y'all that are my peeps, but I've been discovering some new stuff on YouTube. So it's been kind of fun. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now, let's see. This thing is hard to stick down. I've used it a couple of times now. This little plasticky, I don't even know what it is. It came from the floral section. My son was like making a joke. He's like, hey, Mom, how about you get this? Thinking that I would say, oh, no. I was like, oh, you found some of that stuff. Because I saw somebody use some of this one time. And I mean, it was months ago. And I was like, oh my lands, I have got to get my hands on some of that, y'all. And like 6 months later, I did. And I love it. Okay, now since we are gluing this paper to all of that stuff, we're going to use the Fabri-Fix on it too. If I'm just gluing down paper to paper, a lot of times I'll grab my 3-in-1 or my art glitter glue because it's a fast grab. Glad I looked at that before I stuck it down. It's a very fast grab. But I mean, it sticks. I usually don't have time to fix a mistake. I better get it right the first time or it ain't coming up. But there's that. Oh, you guys, I like it. I think I'm going to try and tuck a little bit of this green stuff, though, coming out this back edge with maybe a piece of lace because well, okay. We have a little bit of time here. Let's just move everything forward. Okay. Maybe down a little. I need something coming out here though. Let's put just a little of this green. I'm just going to tack that little piece down. This stuff is so funky and weird. I mean, it's got like so much texture and character. Does anybody else just like love it when they find something like that? I think that's why I like those coffee filter flowers that I've been doing. Because they have that look. They have that just like really weird, like fun look to them that is not... It's not necessarily what you would think. Okay, and then we actually have a little... Okay, that'll do. That looks a little better. This piece could come out a little more. Since it's not really stuck down all that well. Maybe even pull it down this way. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Let it kind of hang out that bottom. There. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Move that to the side. Okay. Guys, one of these days, I'm going to get down there and crawl around on that floor and figure out why this thing's so wobbly. Because it's driving me crazy. I know a bolt fell out of it last week because I found the bolt in the floor and put it back myself. I haven't figured out why the whole thing... Would that be too much, I think? That would be going a little too bougie for this. It's supposed to be a little rustic, a little rough. Although I am thinking maybe a piece of something like this. Y'all, that is dyed in my oven. Look at that. Absolutely love how that stuff came out. I might do like a little piece of it right down there. Or maybe up here to soften this edge because it's kind of a straighter edge. And I don't really like straight edges. So we'll put just a little ruffle of it up there. And I just kind of squish it on there. No rhyme or reason, just kind of squished. I'm going to put some bling on it anyway, so it doesn't much matter. And that kind of helps hold where that edge is not quite sticking down the way I would like. This is a little grungier than my usual stuff, you guys. But you know what? I'm not mad at that. I actually kind of like it. I don't know why I went grunge on it, but that was just the kind of direction it went. And I kind of just went with it. It's like the first really grungy piece I've ever done. But, like I say, I'm not mad at it. It's kind of cool. Let's see. No. Needs something. No. I'm trying to use up some of my little pieces of 8 down in here. Because those little jokers are just like starting to kind of breed down in the box. And they need used. I think maybe just like a silver piece right there. That would look pretty good, yeah. Then I'll find a word or phrase or verse to go on it. And that will be the cover decorated. Oh, Miss Phoebe's found a stink bug. It's stink bug season here. They drive her crazy every year. I mean, seriously, she will just like chase those little puppies till she wears herself out. Okay, there's... yeah, okay. Put that away, put that away. You don't need all of it. Now, I think I have a slight problem. I think we all have that problem, though. The hoarding of the craft supplies. I'm like, why am I saving that? Like, I'm really going to use that somewhere. Well, I will use it. That's the sad part. I will use it. There'll be some little cluster or snippet or something that I want just like a little pop of some bling for. And I'll dig that little joker out of there. And like these little wax pieces. Yeah, the wrong color. For a second there, I thought maybe, but no, it's not to be. All right, let's find the title. Open one of my mini word boxes. I've been trying to get my big dog out, but I think I made a mistake. I built a big tower out of like, Walmart had these like little milk crate thingies, and they were supposed to be like $9. Well, the smaller one was supposed to be like $4, and the bigger one was supposed to be like $8 or $9. But they had them in a lovely, lovely peach color. And so I thought, well, I'll get a couple one day. Thinking I got one small one and one big one. When I got to the checkout line, the small one rang up at 10 cents and the big one rang up at half price. So me being me, went back and bought as many as I could get my hands on of the small ones. So now I have like I already had one of the big ones, and now I have another one. So I made a tower out of those that fits underneath my other desk where my sewing machine is and my Cricut. And then I built just a movable tower out of the small ones. And I cannot get to anything that's on the shelf back behind them now. I'm thinking a time to plant, a time... No. I was busy telling my tale and wasn't really paying attention to what I was playing with. I just felt the need to ink something. Do y'all ever do that? You like compulsively feel the urge to ink? Yeah, well, I do. I'm working on that. Not really. I don't mind a bit. It's kind of fun. I have a specific, like, thing. I need to work on some of my words. Like, for some reason, when I first made my words, like, some of them, I didn't really understand how to do a digital. So, the first batches that I made are kind of meh. And then I printed, though, a ton of them because it was better than, like, the other options that I had, because I didn't really have any options of words that I like, you know, like Bible-based stuff. So I made a bunch of stuff, but now I don't like it. And I need to get rid of it or update really just update it. Promise. Maybe. But I need to work on that. That's on my list for this fall. I have a lot of things on my list for this fall, but that's one of them, is to make some really good word digitals. So you want to join my Facebook group, Sunshine and Grace VIP, Sunshine and Grace Journals VIP group, because that's where all of my word digitals will be released at. They will not be sold in my Etsy shop. They will be a freebie in the group. And also, all of my digitals are freebies for my patrons on Patreon. And I have a new kit that I'm working on right now that is a fall-themed, Thanksgiving-themed kit that is going to be absolutely gorgeous. And it will, oh, maybe that, Collect Beautiful Moments, yeah. It will be available, it'll be added to my patron, I don't know, perks, I guess that's called, over in my Patreon account. And it will be available for purchase in my Etsy shop. But you can get it free as a patron. And my goal is to start releasing 2 digitals a month, which would, the highest patron membership is like $15. So that would actually more than cover the $15. But I haven't gotten to that point yet. I need a few more patrons to be able to slack off my work hours a little bit more to allow me more time to craft and work on what I really love to do, which is this. Okay. I saw that the other day, that Collect Beautiful Moments. I thought, I'm going to use that for something soon, because I just thought it was such a pretty sentiment, you know. thinking like that. Some little thing there to pop that up with. Maybe just a hint of purple. A couple spots. Maybe just a hint of orange in a couple. Weirdly, I'm starting to like that. Just like little hints of color here and there. I don't know why. I still need something under it though. Something to give it just a little texture, a little grit, a little poom. I'm not even sure what poomp is, but it's something. I just made it up. So I made it something. How would this piece look? Because that's pretty much about the right length. I think that might work, just kind of haphazardly behind it. It just needs something to give some texture. Helps if you take your lid off, doesn't it? I'm trying to stay in camera here, guys. Maybe doing a poor job of it. Like I say, this was a totally impromptu thing. I do not usually do just a random crafting chat where I'm literally just crafting and chatting away with you guys. Usually I have a specific project, but this just came to me. I'm like, other people may have this same problem at times. And they might appreciate seeing that you can take something that's not what you thought it was going to be and make it something really gorgeous and pretty and that you love. And not to get discouraged. Because, yeah, I might have been discouraged. I might have been so discouraged I set it aside for like, 6 months. I am apparently determined to use this little weird leopard print stuff. I don't know why. I don't like leopard print. It does make me think of my mother-in-law, though. Just like, right after she passed away. I mean, like, literally, just like, we had her funeral, and then I got a box of Happy Mail shortly thereafter. And this piece right here was in that Happy Mail. Just that little chunk. And my mother-in-law's favorite animal was elephants. And I was at that point missing her so bad because it's just one of those things, you get to missing people. And I don't know, that just like really, it was like God was telling me just, hang in there. It's okay. I don't know. It just really brought me joy to my heart. So I have that now in my little box over here. It'll never get used. It'll get used in one of my personal journals, but never in a journal that I get rid of. Or give away, sell, whatever. Not in a journal that gets rehomed. That's a good way to put it. Rehomed. Because some of my journals, I know they're not my journals. They're just not. They're not going to be a journal that I'm going to use for whatever reason. But then other journals, I'm like, oh, I can't let this go yet. I really feel like that's too thick. But I feel like if I try to peel it down just a hair, it's going to ruin it. So we're going to try it anyways. Hope for the best, guys. Yeah, that little piece reminds me of her. So I keep it and just let it sit there. She's falling apart. Okay, collect beautiful moments. I still feel like this journal's a little bit of a hot mess at the moment, but I can see the potential now. Oh, never mind. Delete what I said, guys. I meant to think that because now I don't think it's a hot mess. When I flip it over and look at it, it makes me quite happy. Collect beautiful moments. Okay. See? What I thought was ugly now has become beautiful, and I love it. I do. That is what set it off. Because I'm going to put a little, obviously not this piece of lace, but just to give you like an idea, there'll be something here, probably a little strip of lace and some paper, because anytime I have a paper spine where there's book page, I will reinforce it with something, or try to. Maybe even washi. I have some really pretty fall washi that is actually, just look at that. A friend sent me some fall washi the other day. I was so excited. I've never had fall washi, and it just, oh my lands. It doesn't take much to make me happy, but that right there would look really good on that edge. So, where's the end? Man, she wrapped these like a pro. I wrap like that. Yeah, like I'll do the little washi samples like this. And I'm telling you what, no, it's just like a hot mess. I like rip the washi off. And, you know, I like that. I'm just like, yeah. And it'll be like all wrapped crooked. Some people like line it up exact. I'm like, where are you people from? Because you're not, you know, you're like a different breed than me. I feel like that camera is really looking, no, it's all right. It looks like it's looking at my stomach, which you guys don't want to be subjected to. I know. Nobody does. Yeah, it's just not good. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to take and do that number. Because it's a pretty big image, we're just going to kind of run it. I don't even necessarily do the whole thing. Actually, I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm going to tear it into 2 pieces. And I'm going to do one like this. Okay. Now, you're going to see what I'm going to do. I'm going to slide that up under the spine. Hopefully. That's my intention. Hey, Poppy. It's our neighbor, Papa Z. I love that man. He's like the sweetest guy. And I'm just kind of letting it overhang on the back a little. And it's going to wrap that way. Anytime he goes by, he'll honk and, you know, like wave. And then I'm going to fold it like right over this edge. Spread it, smooth it, glue it down. I did use some Scotch Create to make sure it sticks. Because I do not trust washi. Even though I've never met a washi I did not like. I am absolutely, I need a 3rd piece of that. I'm obsessed with washi. Absolutely love it. But, yeah, sometimes it likes to go rogue. Just a little piece. Those colors are just fantastic for this. They just match it perfect. I think I might put it over here, actually. Just like... let's put it on that. Okay, well, now I have washi going 3 different directions, but that's okay. I think that looks pretty good right there. Okay, there we go. All right, so there is the cover done with a little detail. So kind of break up the, you know, all that. Now, I'm obviously not done with this journal. I'm going to keep playing with it, but now I've gotten it to, I've rescued it. I've reclaimed it. I'm taking it back. That's what I'm doing. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it's a little different than my usual thing, but I just felt like, you know, maybe somebody else will be inspired by it. And I wanted to document this for posterity's sake, I guess. I don't know. Before I go, though, I want to remind you guys, I am having a giveaway on my channel here on YouTube for... I am at 910 subscribers. When I want to hit 1,000 by the end of October. So I'm doing a huge giveaway where I'm giving away my Riches of His Grace journal. That would be this big fall journal. This thing is huge, you guys. It's so gorgeous. I'm going to give it away to one subscriber who is subscribed to my channel, shares my channel, comments on the giveaway video, which is, it's the first words are subscriber giveaway or something like that. Giveaway details, I think it is. And then it's Shabby Shrub Roses. That's what I'm making in that video. But subscribe to my channel, share my channel, comment on that video telling me that you've done that, and be sure to like it too. Like, comment, and tell me that you subscribed and you shared my channel. And then go and pick one other video throughout my, video history and watch it all the way, watch it and comment on it as well. Like and comment on it. And that's all you got to do to be entered. I will announce the winner on November the 1st. Okay, so the contest runs through October 31st at midnight, Eastern Standard Time. If you happen to, it's open to anyone from any country. If you happen to be outside the U.S., I can't afford to ship that journal. I'm sorry, but it would be massively expensive. So I have an alternate prize chosen for you from my Etsy shop. Okay, so just want to thank you all, and say if you found value in this video or in this content, let me know below. Comment, like it, hit that bell, subscribe, all that stuff. Terrible at self-promotion. I feel so awkward doing it. I'm not a salesperson, but I'm a creator. I like to create stuff, and I like to be able to create stuff, which is why I need you guys to help me create things. But then at the same time, I don't like to say that. So yeah. So if I seem awkward and weird, that's why. But I do love and appreciate all of y'all. And I thank you all so much, because they can do a lot of things. Like I just said, I cannot do this channel without you guys. You guys are the heart of my channel. You're the heart of what I do. The reason that I do it. I make this stuff to help you guys. You know, like I make these videos. I mean, yeah, they do kind of make it look like I'm not crazy when I'm sitting around talking to myself in the studio. I'm kidding. But they also, I love teaching, and I love teaching about things I'm passionate about. So for me, making these videos is a way for me to teach others how to make beautiful things with nothing. You know, how to make beautiful journals and ephemera using the items that you already have around you. I use a lot of repurposed items, or inexpensive items, because honestly, we don't have the budget to allow me to have a big crafting budget. So I'm big on reduce, reuse, recycle type stuff, or just, you know, make it cheap. So I'd like to give you guys a lot of those tips and stuff. And I hope you guys appreciate them. And most of all, I hope you guys know that Jesus loves you so much, he died for you. And if you don't know that, or you've never heard that, or you've never trusted him, y'all, I would love, love, love to tell you about my precious Savior, tell you the greatest love story ever, and get you sold for eternity right now. You can know where you will go when you die. You will go somewhere. I promise you that. You'll go to heaven or to hell. So please, if you have not trusted Jesus Christ as your Savior, would you message me? Just look me up on social media. You can find my link tree link below. It's got all of my social media. You can find me everywhere. It's got 1,001 ways to contact me. Maybe not 12 ways, but it's got a lot of ways to contact me, okay? And it would be my honor and pleasure to tell you about Jesus Christ, what he did for you. And if you just have questions, or you want to, you know, suggestions, you need prayer, just want to chit chat, y'all, those links are there for you guys too. They're there for anyone in the comment section. I read and comment I reply to every comment I get. That's actually one of those things that I very much enjoy doing. And when I get stressed and frustrated with other things, I will sit and read comments. So, yeah, I don't know. This has just been kind of a talky video for me. But, yeah, I'm going to jump off here now. And if you guys stuck with me to the end of this, thank you. You're my peeps. And y'all have a great day, okay? I mean, create something with joy. You know, just create something that brings you joy, and be a helper of someone else's joy, okay? Y'all have a great one. Grace and peace. Bye-bye.